Survival theories. Remember, these are just theories.
Alright, so this is how to survive the coronavirus, or just any virus out there in general. The basic idea for me is that the only way a virus can, negatively affect you is if it's in you. It gets in your body, then it causes, negative effects to you, obviously. And once the disease is in you, it's a lot more complicated, a lot harder to deal with it, to get rid of it, and so forth and so forth once it's already in your system. Not impossible to deal with it, just harder. When the best thing you could do is prevent the disease or anything that shouldn't be in your body from being in your body, right? So that's why, trying to prevent yourself from breathing in a disease. For example, we're specifically talking about the coronavirus in this case. So try not to breathe in the coronavirus, right? Through your nose or through your mouth. Those are the main ways that it can get into your body. So you definitely want to prevent that from happening. A couple ways of doing that would be to disinfect the area around you. Okay, I'm out of order. Alright, like Lysol disinfectant, for example, as you can see, it says kills 99.9% of viruses and bacteria, kills cold and flu viruses. The coronavirus is a new strand of the cold flu virus. So it's a newer strand, but coronaviruses existed before. It's just right now it's people are paying attention to it more because it's a newer strand. So you have a better chance of defending against it, killing it before it can even get into your body through disinfecting everything around you as much as possible. Any tabletops, bathrooms, places where people would be, disinfecting your bed sheets. It's always a good idea to wash your sheets at least on average once a week. When it's not cold and flu seasons, obviously at this point in time you should be trying to wash your sheets on a daily basis. So using disinfecting sprays on your bed sheets would be a good idea. Obviously hand sanitizer to clean your hands. Also use the hand sanitizer on your face. I recommend it around your nose and your mouth, because you want to keep those two specific areas clean as much as possible. Keep them bacteria and virus free. So it'll be a good idea to put hand sanitizer around your nose and mouth. That's what I've been doing. So I recommend that. Hand sanitizing wipes are good to not only clean hands and face, but also clean surfaces like tabletops. Like, let's say you work in an office, be a good idea to wipe down your office table, chairs, anything of that nature. Anything you can wipe down, wipe it down, right? Especially if you're going to be around it and touching it a lot. Cups, bottles, of course your phone. So it'd be a good idea to wipe down your phone, because you're always touching it. You might leave it on a table or something, or maybe you let somebody borrow your phone. Like you're like, here, use my phone, take a picture of me. There, the person's touching it, and if there's any bacteria or whatnot on their hands, germs and whatnot, it can transfer on the phone. And if you touch the phone and then you touch your face, obviously you're transferring stuff. So always take that to consideration, what you're doing, what you're touching, and whatnot. Obviously wash your hands, face, body, using stuff like napkins, toilet, paper towels, things of that nature, to wipe up messes, or if you sanitize something, you might just want to wipe it down afterwards in order to because you gotta think about the sanitizing stuff or disinfecting will kill the bacteria, right? but the bacteria will still be there. So you might want to just wipe it down with paper towels and stuff like that, and then dispose of the paper towels and whatnot. You want to do some form of quarantine. I have this right here, the plastic bottle idea of if you put like some disinfectant into the bottle, or hand sanitizer, for example, into the bottle, then you can use this as a quarantine bottle. So what you do is you open it, obviously, and if you notice you're a little sick, it's a good idea not to be sick. But if you're feeling like sick and you're coughing up, mucus, for example, instead of just coughing it up and spitting it on the floor, not a good idea, right? Spit into this instead, and since there'll be disinfectant or hand sanitizer in there, it will be basically a kill box for the disease, a way to contain it and kill it at the same time. So this is a way you can a makeshift disease quarantine bottle, because you don't want to just let the disease spread. So this is a way you can try to contain the disease after you dispose of it from your body. So it's just an idea. Again, these are just theories, so it's better to have ideas than not. Bounty double quilted napkins or paper towels. You can use any paper towels and whatnot to wipe things out, but I like the idea of the quilted paper towels being more absorbent. It absorbs more, so that's why I'm using them as an example, because they're quilted. Of course, Lysol, pretty good, quick way to just go around and just kill bacteria on surfaces. Surfaces of mirrors, or what they call handrails. Like your steps have a handrail. You can spray and wipe down the handrail. Everybody's going to be using a handrail, so that way they don't fall. So since everybody's touching it, that doorknobs to to rooms and bathrooms, things of that nature. These are just some tips, some ideas of what you can do to be safer, be clean, be cleaner. These are things you should be doing anyway, not just because of the coronavirus, but because the coronavirus is a thing out there. We could at least try to deal with it. For any more information on the coronavirus, I'll try to remember to put this link in the description. As you can see on Wikipedia, there's some information about the coronavirus. That way you get an idea. It's good to know what it is, even how it spreads and whatnot. There's a lot of information here. I can see that. It's pretty good. The more we know about it, the better, so that we can deal with it easily. And you definitely want to be educated to be able to protect yourself. So again, this is just a theory of things you can do to protect yourself against the coronavirus. And this is before you get sick. Now let's say you got the coronavirus. Well, like I said before, once it's in you, it's a lot harder, so it's more complicated. Depends on your immune system, among other factors. So far, I've been doing the hand sanitizer face thing. Even taking napkins, right, and wetting them with the hand sanitizers, and then putting them in your nose, like a filter, like a little hand sanitizer filter, and just breathing through your nose for a while. That helps prevent it helps kill germs and bacteria. That's all I can say. Can't say it prevents something. It's more of it kills. So I've noticed anytime I felt like I was getting sick, that was getting, sometimes you feel that tingling feeling in your nose, like you're about to sneeze, like something's in your nose, and it's gonna make you sneeze and stuff. I do the hand sanitizer thing, and then it tends to go away. But if I still end up sneezing, and I'm sneezing up mucus, for example, then of course I sneeze it into a napkin. and then I put hand sanitizer on the napkin and then dispose of the napkin. The hand sanitizer part obviously is to further increase the chances of it not spreading, because if there is a disease, a virus on that napkin, I don't want it to stay there alive, right, and eventually transfer over to somebody else just because they're around the trash can in which I threw the napkin in, right? Same thing as not a good idea to spit on the floor and stuff like that, because people walk through there, and if you have to think of this, the mucus, the spit is liquid, right, and it has something, and if it has the disease in there, what can happen is the sun will cause it to evaporate, because water does evaporate, anything liquid does evaporate. Eventually it's just going to evaporate from the floor straight up into the air, right? People are going to breathe that. So that's just some science I'm throwing in there for you. You got to take that into consideration, even if I'm wrong with that. Let's say I'm wrong, that doesn't happen. Well, better safe than sorry. Let's assume, right, that can't happen. Then let's try to prevent it from happening, right? So that's why, spit into a bottle, napkin, things of that nature. Don't let it be out there, especially not on the floor. Again, because if it vaporizes and goes into the air, and somebody else gets sick, what I mean? You're just as much as part of the problem as the problem is, right? Because you could have prevented it by taking these extra steps. So hand sanitizer on your hands, face, because the main thing is you want to make sure you're not putting anything near your nose or mouth and inhaling it. That's the most important thing. So your hands, you do a lot with your hands. You touch keyboards, touch a whole bunch of stuff with your hands, and then at some point you might put your hands to your face, and then that becomes a problem. So hand sanitizer on your hands and your face. Even though it's called a hand sanitizer, so you think you just need to use it on your hands. No, put some on your face. I've been doing it for over 2 years now, and I haven't gotten sick in a while, or a long while, I should say. I haven't really been sick, so it's working. That or the diseases are getting weaker, or my immune system's getting strong, something. But I'm pretty sure it's the hand sanitizer that's preventing me from getting sick. And that's the end of the video.